Alright, I'm doing a VOD analysis from the pop-up cup today where we got 20 points pretty early and we got a pretty decent game with decent amount of people moving zones. I'm just going to go through the decision making and all that. And there's also some early and mid-game fights in here which are somewhat intelligent by us. Basically, me and my teammate, we just scouted out around this happy hamlet that some guy landed between us. So we just basically do a basic pinch. And we get the knock on this first guy, and then we basically have to hunt down. If you know this area, it's just a lot of like little cabins and trees and stuff, which we basically go around in. Where's this next killer? And then I'll go through. This is another area where it's a bit awkward to fight in. There's like a giant hidden cave with a plane in here. I got my teammate to pressure from the top. You can actually hear me. Just a second before I said shoot from the top, and he'll run towards me, and the guy did exactly that. My teammate shot from the top, the other guy tried going out the path, and we just pinched him. Let's get forward to another little mid-game fight that we get in.
Fighting me. Farming in Hamlet.
Our basically strategy was just W key, get the advantage on people.
I'm in Hamlet.
You get advantage in this because you've got editing. If you've got high ground, you've got such an advantage. Basic taking the high ground here, edit. Another edit. Being proficient at edits, knowing like all the edits you can do, different angles you can get with edits in this mode is like crucial. I'm coming to my teammate where they both are. I tried doing a cheeky off the side and I dropped down here.
Ripped his shield. The one's here.
That's good comms to my teammate. He just says I hit him 70 in the head. I already hit him blue a bunch, so that allows me to take the trade with him there.
43 shield. I'm knocking him down. I can RPG him out if you stay. Come down.
I get my teammate to come down. I'll RPG him out. This is just basic. This guy went a bit too high. I was pre-firing where I thought he'd be, although he ended up moving.
Keep spamming him. Keep the pressure.
I told my team to keep pressure. This is very important. You will always take high ground. If you're a 2v1 fight against a solo, you will always take high ground if your teammate is pressuring them correctly. My teammate's deagling AR in this guy's walls. I'm easily able to take high ground.
I'm low.
And I'm also easily able to land the shot here and just kill the guy. And I get the majority of my shield back just from killing him, which is fine.
Fuck that kid.
Basically, in this pop-up, you've got to take the advantage in fights. If you get hit, if you get shot, like early-ish fights, you have such a disadvantage because there's no way you can heal mid-fight, right?
I can't really.
Let's get forward to another mid-game fight. So we're basically just leaving happy Hamlet. Getting these kill points early in these earlier games is pretty important as well. We pressure this other plane. This is good. Rather than relying on the gun on the plane, which is pretty terrible accuracy, get the better aimer of your duo to hop out. I try landing AK shots. I land an AK tag, and I end up just landing. If you're having a plane, just always land first. I get a decent tag on this guy as he builds up. Get another pump on him as he comes up. And this is where it just turns into a 2v1 again. Getting the advantage, you can edit. You can just go for all the aggressive shots in the world if you can edit on people.
I'm not with you. I'm not with you.
This is a really important call. I say I'm not with you. I was going to go from above, although I heard my teammates shooting. This is a super important call. Going, I'm not with you. Just means him just stop pressuring him for a second.
I'm with you.
I say I'm with you. Another really important call. Saying I'm with you means that he needs to come with me now. He needs to commit to this fight. I just run in, land this guy, fat pump, and I finish the second guy. Just super important calls. It's, I'm not with you. I'm with you. Like. That's just the essential. If you're gonna play duos, you need to have comms like that.
Control the fucking tempo of the fights. We do some.
I'm gonna skip forward to where there's a bit of a pause after these mid-game fights where we sort of just sit around farming. We don't have to do too much. We ended up getting pretty decent loot. Obviously, if you kill people, you get their stuff. You get their rift goes. This is all just endgame pressure things. Like 16 left in what's that, third or fourth? Third circle.
I'm shooting. Getting this cone.
And then we got a rift off that second team we killed, or third team we killed.
Just do it very, very late, okay? Do it very, very late.
Probably actually trapped, yeah.
I've got traps in this situation. Everybody can just edit through, so it's likely that somebody will edit through trying to take out a rift as well, even if we used early. So we, I pre-trap the roof, and also we sit in a cone. If you sit in a cone, people can't get the rift normally, or they can't see it as easily.
Alright, it's on this hill and also in Mexico. We can probably land
This is
somewhere
something I do a
in
lot,
Mexico,
is
like, back
zooming in on the map. So I've got my map zoomed in here. I can tell which building in Mexico I want to land on. And I can also tell what part of
Rift
like
in
the
3, 2,
mountain curvature
1,
and stuff is really important.
Good rift.
Get my teammates a rift.
Stay
I
hard.
checked to
Jump
see if
padded.
anybody else got the rift.
Some guy's trying to get in our base.
Some guy
He's
tried to
he's
get it,
let
but he
down.
saw the
He's gonna
trap,
watch
so he
out.
didn't go for it. So we ended up getting a free rift right there. Nobody got it with us, which is pretty nice.
Where
are you marked right now?
You wanna land on top of that metal? That metal build?
I can't metal build, land on top of it. Which is what we do here. I land, build up, get next to my teammate where my teammate can get up to me. And we get in a good spot. Also, you gotta be cautious of the team on the hill, but
Try shooting
we just
people.
sort of like peek safely, and we don't have to do anything like that.
Keep your traps equipped if you've got traps.
Another important thing is keeping traps equipped. If one of your duo has a lot of traps, they should obviously drop them. And traps probably win you the most fights in close range, just in this mode, because you can spam traps everywhere. These other guys built up to our level, so I just RPG pressured them a few times.
RPGing again.
RPGing in the base of their wooden brick just breaks the whole thing down.
Rockets.
Yeah, 5.
Drop rockets, thanks. I'm gonna jump pad this zone. Jump pad, try getting on a hill. We'll jump pad late. I'm gonna build up a bit more.
Pre-planning here. I'm gonna build up a bit.
Just come up.
I say come up. We're gonna jump pad onto that hill, right? I do
Get up to me.
some mount efficient
Just edit
90s,
your
so
way up,
no
sorry.
flaws and all that. Get my team up with an 8 wit. Highest spot right now. We're not too high up.
Late, like here, okay?
And I still go super late here, and I put the floor down. This is all like super important in a duo. All these people have just gone early.
That red
I
skin
tried
from the
taking
second
shots.
goes low. Are you ready? We need to get on the hill, okay?
I say we need to
Maybe
get on the
get on the
hill.
zip line and get on the hill, okay? I'm going.
Maybe get on the zip line. This is the pretty big mistake.
Maybe try getting on the
Obviously,
zip line. Yeah, get on the
zip
line,
lines are complete dog shit. This is what happens. I get on the zip line, my teammate gets on the zip line at the same time. Somehow he bumps into me, even though we got it at the same time, and he bumps into me,
Did I bump you? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
and he falls into storm.
Very much.
The zip line again.
How do we even
Build up
bump?
over the
We
zip
don't
line.
even-
I try maintaining high here, although I end up RPGing myself out.
This
Getting zip
game,
lined
bro.
again. I trap spam to keep people away from me, and this is where it becomes sort of a cluster. I realise this base is here is old to help the walls are healthy, so I need to campfire. So this is a pretty decent play in my opinion. Is all these walls are full health, so nobody can see through them and see that there's somebody in here. So that's why I go up here to campfire, and also nobody can edit the floor of the campfire.
What is happening?
Roof above me or something.
Thank you.
And I'm getting caught in the rift of the guy above me, just 'cause I went up one.
Good placements there, bro.
And this is basically all about floating. Obviously the zone's going down off the hill, so you don't want to land on the hill.
That guy put a fucking...
You just gotta W people. Are you just gonna go for it?
No. Where's top 3 at?
So I'm floating right
Have I
here.
got top 3 yet or not?
Oh, you're top. There's 5 people alive.
I'm checking if there's like a duo left or a solo left or whether my teammate right now, which is also important.
Hopefully it's guy doesn't go for it.
This guy ends up jump padding late. I take a tick of storm just to get that jump pad. Using that jump pad in storm allows me to get higher than everybody else, and it also allows me to land on this hut, which is super important. So everybody lands on the floor. I can land on the edge of the hut. I try making an edit play on this guy. He goes up. Obviously, universal editing completely fucks this guy, and I'm able to just kill him by editing his own ramp wall. I get knocked down. Get a kill on this other guy, just a sideways edit ramp. This is like so awkward. I end up dropping into this TTV guy, and RPGing him and myself at the same time somehow. Simple. Don't. Oh fuck. What did I do? Hold on.
Do you have any rocket?
Alright, we'll watch this end game back, so I'll just skip the whole way to the start of the pod. Alright, we're going back. So I land on the side of the hut. I do the half edit on this guy, and I get a free kill on him, get my shield back. Able to catch myself, get on top of this guy. He's trying to heal. I catch him from behind, get a nice edit on him. Right here, I RPG down, hit myself and this other guy, and I go into storm. If you want to avoid getting edited on, you've got to keep moving, you've got to keep doing ramps, you've got to keep building. And then this is basically the situation. So 1v1, I've got one down, I can get my health back from the down guy. which is something I realised the other guy's probably in Storm bleeding out. I've got 10 seconds to get health back. And this is what I do. I bait a mini. You just heard me. If I go back a second right here. I bait drinking a mini, right? And I edit out and pump this guy for white as he's trying to RPG pre-plan me. Like, he's trying to RPG me to stop miniing. I get the health back from the kill and Storm. And now it's just a simple 1v1. I don't really bother healing. I don't really need to, like, honestly. I RPG distract him and drop down, edit, shoot him. I could have won the game with the original mini, what's it called? Mini bait play. Or then I just ended up having to jump down and shotgun that guy. And that's just how you use the universal editing to your advantage. You've got to start the fights, you've got to engage first, and endgame you've got to keep moving. As soon as you stop endgame, you're just going to get edited on and trapped and stuff. You've got to keep doing ramps, you've got to keep doing floors, just keep going. And also having traps equipped, super useful.